Hi, welcome to Green Ramona's tutorial series. This is the first of a two-part series on how to set up your shop. We'll be looking at your basic look, description, and shipping features of your account. So, you've decided to click on Set Up Shop, or you've gone for a peek at your dashboard. If that's the case, scroll down to Settings to get back to where Set Up Shop would have taken you. Just by entering the details when we registered, we've already completed 18% of our profile. There's also helpful hints right here in case you've skipped or forgotten to add one of the information bits on your store. You can always come back to your settings and add that whenever you have a minute. Go ahead and fill out your phone number, and then we'll move on to our store images. Now, there's two main images that you'll need to set up your store. The first one, very important, is your logo. Now, the suggested size for this is 125 pixels by 125 pixels. But what's really important is that this image be square, and you'll see why later. Let's click over this area and add our first image. You can either drag and drop your file into this area or select a file to upload. I'm going to choose my Green Ramona logo for this demo and wait for it to upload. Once it's uploaded, you'll see we have it selected, and all this information pertaining to the image will appear on the right-hand side column. I can choose to edit the image, which we'll come back to later, or delete it permanently if it's an image that I want to get rid of. The alternate text is important to fill out because this text will be displayed if someone has a slow connection or is having trouble displaying the image. So let's go ahead and fill this out. You can also choose to change the title, caption, and description of this image. The title and caption sometimes display when your mouse is hovering over the image, and the description might appear when you add the image and choose to add it with an attached description to it. But for now, let's leave those blank and select it. Great, and we have a logo. So now let's add a banner. You'll notice you've got a little drop-down menu, and you can choose from having a static image, a slider with a few images, or a video. For now, let's keep it simple, and we're going to add a straight up image. Click on this area again, and let's go to Upload Files to add our banner. Now, once I select this and upload it, you'll see that there is also a suggested file size for your banner. Now you can see it gives you a recommended size of 1650 by 600 pixels for your store banner. Now you want to make sure this is a nice high quality image, but the proportions of this aren't as important as your logo being square. And you'll see why in a little bit. You can choose to add a different image for your mobile view and your store listing. Now, for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to add the same image across the board. You can see for my store list banner, I can also choose video. Videos are a great way of introducing movement to your store and catching customers' eyes when you want to stand out from a crowd of sellers. Let's scroll down, and you'll find your area for the description. Go ahead and copy-paste your store bio or introduce yourself in a couple of lines. Make sure you include things like what makes your product special and what sustainable efforts you are making. You can also add images and videos to this section to help you illustrate your story a little bit better. Just click above it to Add Media, and for this example, I'm going to go ahead and upload another little image of Ramona. And there you go, my image has been uploaded. If we click on it, you can see it gives me basic alignment and some editing options. I think I'm going to center it and move on. Now, you can choose to hide some of your information from your store, but for the time being, we'll leave it all visible. And you'll notice I have two options here. How many products I would like to display per page, which is completely up to you, but 12 tends to be quite a pleasing visual setup. And you can choose to have your store name at header or on banner. I'm going to choose at header for now. Save my setup so far and have a look at our store and how it's looking at the moment. Let's scroll back up and click here on my store. Now you can see my banner image that I've uploaded looking lovely and taking up the whole screen space. And here you can see my logo. Remember, I mentioned that it was really important that this is a square proportion. And this is why. Because I've uploaded a rectangle, it's trying to make it fit into the circle and distorting my image. So let's go ahead and fix that and have a look at our store title. Now, for now, it's appearing here. Let's go to our store manager. I'm going to scroll down and change this store name to On Banner. Hit save again and go back to my store. So now that I've changed that setting, my name has moved from here to the middle of the banner. I prefer how it looks this way, so I'm going to choose to leave it that way. If we scroll down into our store and click on the About section, you can see the description and image I added appear here. Once we've added our store policies, those will appear here. Same with the reviews and followers that you build up over time. Let's go back to our settings. Now that we've filled out this section, we can move on to location. Fill in your address and hit save. Great. Now we can move on to payment. And you can choose to pay with PayPal or Stripe. If you choose PayPal, go ahead and enter the email address here and hit save. If you'd like to use Stripe to process your payments, hit connect with Stripe and this will redirect you to the Stripe connection page. If you already have a Stripe account, you can choose to sign in here at the top. If you don't and you'd like to use this service, you can fill in all your details below here. But for now, we're going to hit cancel and go back to our settings. Now, shipping. As you can see, we're a little bit over halfway through our setup. When you come to the shippings page, you immediately already have 4 zones set up for you: Canada, UK, Europe, and US. Before we dive into this section, let's look at our top bit here. Now, of course, you can disable shipping if you have, say, digital products that people can download directly. Otherwise, leave this ticked on. Processing times. This is the time that you take to pack your orders up and take it to your courier service. So in my case, I'm going to say 1 to 3 business days just to make sure that I've got time to get everything properly done. Shipping type, I'm going to keep it to shipping by zone and edit these, but you could choose to go specifically by country rather than using the European, UK, and US zones. And you can also choose to ship by weight. Be warned that this is a much more complicated system of shipping and you have to make sure that weights are entered into every product that you're selling for this to work properly. So let's go ahead and edit our zones. I'm going to go and edit the UK first. So you can choose to limit your zone location if there's areas that are troublesome for you to deliver to. Go ahead and specify the ones that you would like to deliver to. We're going to leave this unticked since we delivered to the whole UK. Go and click on Add Shipping Method. Now, our first method I'm going to choose is free shipping. I'm going to go ahead and save this shipping method. And once you've added it, you can go back in to edit the details. Now, I'm going to choose to offer free shipping on all orders here. But if you wanted to offer free shipping on, say, orders above £50, all you'd have to do is add a 50 here. Make sure you describe what kind of shipping you're offering. So I'm going to go ahead and say here, Royal Mail, second class. Maybe specify how many days you'd think it would take. And give that a save. Now, if you wanted to offer an upgrade, say an express shipping, which might be a bit too much for you to offer free shipping, you can add a flat rate. Go ahead and save the shipping method and edit this again. Now, I'm going to say £10, no tax status, and I am going to say in the description, next day delivery, Royal Mail. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of my screen since I only want to offer one type of additional shipping. Save. And there we go. Our UK zone is all set up. I'm going to go back to my zone list, and you can go ahead and repeat the same process with each of the countries. You can choose to add your flat rate, free shipping, or local pickup methods, and then go ahead and specify the cost for each of these areas. That's it for part 1 of setting up your store. Join us in the next video where we look at SEO, store policies, and the few extra perks. Thanks and bye!